We haven't seen much of Hong Kong. I think the basic impression is that the buildings are very high. There are lots of lights in the buildings, and this looks like quite a comfortable room.
I am trying to work out the exchange rate on the money changer that Barbara and Richard gave us. I still can't understand it.
You're not succeeding.
Well, I think I might have.
Have you? Oh. So we have this bedroom, and to the left there's a bathroom, and to the right there's fitted wardrobes, there's coffee and tea making facilities, and a bar. And we think we might... What's the time just now, Ruth?
This time it's 20 to 8 in this country.
At night.
It's Saturday. No. Friday. Friday night.
Friday night. And it's 20 to 8. So as you can see, we're still wearing our travelling clothes on.
We haven't unpacked a thing.
Nothing. And we're going to start now. On the way up to Victoria Peak. We think this is the fishing village of Aberdeen that we're going to eventually go to. A floating community, they tell us.
How do these people get up here and just put this bag on foot or tied up? You know.
Pardon?
Me and my woolly jumper.
Why have you got your woolly jumper on?
It's cold at me, it's really windy. But it's lovely and sunny.
Yeah. It's a permanent building site here, isn't it? This is just round the corner, looking back to where we were standing. We found a jogging and fitness trail, and Ruth standing beside some... No, she's not. Strange looking trees and ferns and things. Pardon?
Crown land.
Crown land. Well, whatever that means, crown land. The Queen's.
Forest and park.
There are what look like bananas hanging from the tree, yes, but I'm actually not sure what I'm zooming in on because
You look as though you're a bit high up.
this is black and white. Can't find the bananas. I did see them. That looks like the bananas. Yeah. Don't know what that funny. Yeah, it
I
is
suppose
bananas.
it's the flower. There's somebody living on this boat to your left. Fish, Sheila. Oh yes, I'm behind you.
I don't see any children. Oh yeah.
Then we sank a Fuji.
This is Repulse Bay, they said. Just pointing to something over there, but I can't quite see what it is. This is winter in Hong Kong, but in fact we've got our cardigans off and it's lovely and warm. People are in swimming, I believe. Got some rams with horns on, I see there. It's nice now, isn't it?
Grandma's doing all the filming today.
Funny statues, yeah. This is the second part of the beach. Don't think there's anyone in here. That would be nice, thank you.
Thank you. Stroke it and then put your hand straight in your pocket and it means you're very wealthy. For Francis to see.
We're crossing a reservoir on the south side of the island.
I think that's that.
This is the view from our hotel bedroom window. We're on the 15th floor.
Patting green down there.
Yeah, and these are the very tall buildings that we're looking onto, which we think are probably flats. And they're very tall.
30 stories.
Oh yeah, 30 stories tall. We counted this morning when we were sitting at breakfast.
And that's an artificial grass, patting green.
Yeah. So much air conditioning here, it's quite cool inside, although it was hot outside. There's seating areas and pergola looking things.
Is it off?
What's the time just now, Ruth?
It's about 5:20 to 6.
25 to 6. And we're just going out to find the metro. And this is the outside of the hotel. I'm not very sure if you can see the sign. You can now. doing it now.
Broken the head off. Slightly smaller than the lobsters in the sky. This is the legs, the Jean's earring.
It's a do-it-yourself Chinese meal called a buffet. We're cooking it in that pot, and then we just take it out and eat it with swallowing our lobster. It's a really beautiful place here.
So Sheila helping herself to some lobster.
Don't know what that is.
Dumpling. This is almost at the end of this most unusual, wonderful meal. And this is the scenery around the place. Sheila's just about to help herself to some more
lettuce.
boiled lettuce or something. You can see the heat.
Put it back.
It is the most wonderful thing. It's a very, very attractive place. Christmas tree in the lantern. And pretty windows. And a balcony above. Round to the lights.
This is leaving Hong Kong, taxiing along the runway. I'm positive. We can't get near enough.
right ahead of us.
Yeah. That's it. Underneath me.
You've been to the Solomon Islands? Nice. Very primitive. Very primitive.
Day 1 in wearing Peru and 2 of the animals. Can't tell which is which just yet. The others are at the back. And I'm going out because Gloria is going to do some training with the dog, I think. Bye, Donald.
She pushes them.
Do it again.
Do it again, right? You ready? Ready.
Oh, too much of a hurry.
What happened to it?
I'm told this is a grapevine, but there are tiny little grapes on it at the moment. And this is a grapefruit, but they're very, very immature grapefruit at the moment. They have to grow. I think that's one hanging down about there. A little green thing. The tree's covered in cameo. Just sitting there like a cameo, isn't she? Isn't she, Ruth? Yeah. She the old one? No, she's the younger of the two, I think. It's Gloria and Hamish's bedroom. It's the living room. And that's the bedroom we're in. And that's another living room going through to the dining room and the kitchen. This is Shakespeare Park, is that right, Gloria? Which is a nature reserve and I don't know what park. This is a what, Gloria? What? Pahutukawa tree. Oh goodness. Well, that wasn't very successful.
Sheila, here is beautiful.
Sheila. No. I hope.
It's a little blue star.
The Pahutukawa tree again. Beautiful. We're going to feed the wildlife. What was that? Just goodness, it's eating from your hand. I've done this before. Those things. Oh, look at that tail. Coward.
You suddenly developed a following here.
Goodness, where did they all come from?
Oh, look at this big one.
Funny, look.
Yes.
Colour. It's big enough for Christmas,
That's
isn't it?
one here. Yes, look.
Might be a cross, is he? A man out
Hmm. I've lost them.
Come on, Pooks. Come on, Pooks. Come on, Pooks.
Puka what? Puka.
There's one to the left as well, look.
Oh yes.
There's another one coming up. He's a handsome looking colour.
Being chased.
Oh, they're looking on legs.
The idea is to hold on to it.
Don't. You're horrible, Pepper. Go away.
It didn't show its white.
Now it's coming.
Oh, got it. A fantail.
What you should do it. Did you have yours? Right?
That's parsley and cameo and
What's everyone's name?
Blondie.
blondie.
Now, Hamish?
Yeah.
You going to look after Bruce now?
Well, I've got it.
Doing parsley. Mm. She has been, but
I'm just going to walk in front, so turn it off for a minute.
I think she's probably saying forget it. I'm not playing with your stupid bit of lavender.
Can you let me touch it?
Is she purring? So that was one cat, and that's one dog lying sleeping Tuesday morning. Red is supposed to be on guard. And then I saw another cat a minute ago. Oh yeah. Cat on table. This is what's this cat called, Ruth? Cameo. That is Cameo. Cameo, yeah. Ruth with her friend Blondie. As soon as we sit down, Blondie puts in an appearance and has a wee lean and a wee cuddle. Oh, she's coming to see what I'm doing. This is the guard dog.
Are you beautiful? Are you beautiful boy, Ray? Are you beautiful boy?
Sound asleep.
Asleep, look at his eyes.
Yeah, in the background you can hear oh, Derek. We'll get Derek. Derek's the bird. Derek? That's Derek. Oh, he's watching me. The bubbling noise you hear in the background is a fish tank.
You're saying
This has been on. When did you put
no,
it
I've
on?
only just put it on this minute. Just
This?
to ask, yes, everything.
This,
But I've
the
just
red
put-
button was filming while we were talking. The battery's flashing.
Oh, sorry, it was on before.
Maybe it wasn't, maybe it's just the battery. It's impossible to see Ruth, but she is actually through that stained glass window. And this is the train on which we're about to journey from Auckland down to the South Island. Cars are actually reflected in the train windows. That's it. There are 4 carriages and not very many people travel. This is a little seating area at the end of the train, and whether we're going this way or whether this is the end, I just don't know. And because this is a station, it seems quite run down because they tell us that they don't really run very many trains at all now, and Hamish has just dropped us here and gone back.
Actually, on the train now, we've just had our morning tea. Plus oranges. Not sure how much of this will come out through the tinted windows of the train.
Putting that little tube, I feel as though she should be, as though it's like a periscope.
She's looking up there. And like she's looking up there.
Oh, yeah.
Just at Living.
Wow.
Missed the train?
Yes. Oh, I've got the name of the. Oh, yes. It's got men. It hasn't got women. Oh, yeah.
We've been waiting. Did you get here early? Did you phone?
You can't phone here. No, I nearly phoned Palmerston North. Then I thought, well, by the time I phoned Palmerston North,
We're on the ferry crossing from Wellington to Picton. It's quite a windy day. This is Annette and Ruth watching for the other ferry coming up from Picton, is it, Annette?
yeah.
Yeah. This is looking backwards from where we've just come. Very grey day.
Must be going quite quickly because the other ferry is.
Ruth. Ferry coming in the opposite direction. South Island again. I feel as if I'm rolling around a bit. I don't know how well we can see the hills here. They look quite startling. Try bringing it in a bit. We're still too far away. Sorry, what are you looking at, Ruth?
Still see all the islands.
Yes, I think it's too difficult to see it. Getting near in the sound, and this is Helen.
Oh yes,
Helen with her sling.
yes. And we're so glad that the sunshine has come out. Great.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's been a very good trip over. We thought it was going to be choppy. It's calmed down. We're just about to enter the Sound.
Yeah. I think I'll go round to the other side of the boat now, Helen, and see
Right.
what it's like there.
So the Isle of Skye or any of those Hebrides or anything?
Yes, it does a little bit, What's this part called, Helen?
I think it's called Tory Channel. I know it's the entry. It's like the gateway into this Queen Charlotte Sound.
You're right.
What a wonderful view they get from that homestead up there.
Yeah. These white markers are
Yes, for the ships to get lined up as they're coming through the channel.
right.
In the early days, all of this land was bush covered and would come right down to the water's edge. But a lot of it has been made into farmland now. Someone else.
How isolated can you get? Arriving in Picton. It's Annette who's halfway through her journey. Not quite. Yes, it is. More than halfway, isn't it? To Christchurch, Annette, now?
Well, probably would be about halfway now.
Good.
Oh, you know. Yeah.
You can tell me about it.
You tell them, Alex.
Well, isn't it lovely?
Yes.
It started off in driving rain and now it's beautiful and fresh and clean. And we've had a lovely meal downstairs too. We're all set to go now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we just cut this Picton in the background. The northern port for the ferries.
This is from the other side of the boat. We're down in the car deck just waiting to go in. And Helen's just said we're going to reverse It's a ferry like the cross-channel ferries. There's trains on it and all sorts of things. Picture looks very picturesque. I'll try and bring it a bit closer. You can hear the noise of the ship's engine. Looks nice.
There's a white cross above those houses over there on the hill.
I can see it. We're in a place called Dashwood, and this is a most unique bridge. The cars go underneath, as you've just seen, and the trains go over the top. And I think there's a train going to obligingly come along. My mistake, it's just cars and lorries that are coming along. It's a very large lorry coming to go under now. Yeah. We're surrounded in the distance by mountains. These are called the Kayakura, and apparently there are two ranges, an inner and an outer. The outer range has cloud on it, but when we approached we could see the snow. Very beautiful. And a view from the bridge, having crossed over it, and on our way to Kayakura. We're still driving southward. I don't know how we're ever going to get anywhere because the views are absolutely spectacular. Absolutely wonderful. And of course we've come right down now along the coast by the sea. There are seals in the rocks all around us down here, but it's difficult to pick them out. We're still on the road to Kayakura, and we can hear bellbirds in the background. Having spied the seals as we drove along, we then come along here and decide to stop for coffee and find that we're in fact at a seal colony. The rocks out there are just alive with those beautiful seals that look as if they were covered in brown velvet. Very unusual looking gulls with red legs, red beaks and a little red eye. We're now in Kayakura, and we keep coming across the most fantastic scenery, so we have to stop and take pictures. Looks wonderful. Contrast. Ruth and Helen have found some kind of unusual flower. Do you like to bring it up, Ruth?
Let me get some of the blue and the yellow as well for you to see. Hang on.
Isn't it lovely? We've got
Now, what is it?
this is the pink yarrow. I think this is the blue borage. That's the vetch.
Wild sweet pea.
Yeah. It's the wild lupin.
Sand lupin, you said?
Well, it grows in the sand country. That's cocksfoot. That's another yarrow.
What's that? It looks like a clover.
I can't remember what that's called.
Clover vetri thing.
Yeah, yeah. Pea family.
Look at the colours.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Absolutely beautiful. Elspeth Booth's garden, and a very splendid.
Oh, look at those. Oh, that's another. Oh, isn't that sad?
What happened?
Oh,
The wind blows them down.
Oh, I have to do that.
Have you got a stick? A cane?
Yes, I have.
Where are they? Shall I get one?
Just no, I'll get it, but I'll. Oh, what a blow! It'll only take a minute, actually.
Look at.
No, I could do it afterwards. I knew that. I didn't expect that. I'm not sort of in the right mood.
It's got sound
You're not
as
doing
well.
it now, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, how awful! I'll show everything. My moods. Oh, Sheila, don't do that.
This is our lovely friend,
And we
With-
stand still and stare.
With washing in the background.
Come and see this lovely big dolphin here.
Oh, these are yesterday. Just see.
But it wasn't raining yesterday, Elspeth.
No, you didn't. It wasn't at its height. It's the worst we've had just now. It was an awful day. Could you photograph
Beautiful tomatoes. Is this
Clemences, yes.
what name is it?
Something or other, Edouard. It's a French name for
Lovely.
Oh, look at
But
that.
look at these.
I'll tell you what does.
Where are you now?
Here,
Oh,
this
yes.
dolphin.
The fox.
That's ever such a pretty pale blue one too, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it a beauty?
Mm.
That's one of the ones. There's much less colour there was even than a fortnight ago because the first roses have given up. Well done.
And there, Elspeth.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the first out. They've finished, really finished. But, you know, when the rhodos are out, we've got a massive colour right from the front.
And there's a little stream down at the bottom, is there?
That's it. Look at the
Go
back.
down.
It was just so beautiful.
Don't slip.
It's really hard. Been down here for a long time. It's a lovely sweep up and down the shoulder with us. I was looking to right.
Lovely yellow irises.
Hmm. Complete with ducks. I don't know what they are, Ruth.
I think they're just mallards.
Oh, I don't think lady mallards had white bits on their heads like that. In fact, I'm sure they don't.
The view at the top of these steps is nice. You get all the irises and they're actually, we've got a breed of our own. There's
Oh.
thousands of ducks come into Christchurch. They seem to know that May the 1st is the start of the duck shooting season.
So they come.
out of the lake and into here. But
And
they're
they're
literally called the Avon ducks now because they're their own particular breed.
This is the River Avon that Christchurch
This
is
runs
on.
into it.
Yes.
All this has got polythene. We've got this lovely crib walling done because the drainage board deepened this stream and had to widen it because it deepened it. And this is the flood level. And they pumped sections of this dry when they were doing it. Took all the winter, and there's little springs coming up everywhere.
Really?
The Christchurch is Canterbury Plains are full of alluvial springs that come from the rivers from the mountains, come through the shingle of the plains, and we've got the purest water in New Zealand. We don't have to have it treated at all.
So when you had the flood last year, how high did the water come?
Well, a good heavy rain, 2 good heavy rains, will raise this within an hour. I've had it up to here.
My
In the
goodness.
afternoon with a good spring rain with a bit of thunder and lightning.
Goodness.
And it just swells past. But it meant that all the good soil here has sunk down into below, and that's why we've got so good. But so the roses they've been a mess. I love the washing. Oh, it's still going, is it?
Don't move by the washing, otherwise you'll film the washing.
Otherwise I'll be filming knickers again.
These are hostas with flowers. I've never seen flowers.
Yes, the hostas, they've all got flowers.
I've never seen them in flower before.
There are four lovely hostas. Four different. See, the hero hostas.
Look at these black currants.
Yeah. Did you see these hostas, Ruth? Down here.
Yeah,
That's the
beautiful.
blue one. And in the spring, that next one is bright yellow, edged with green. It's a beauty. And it's changed to green when it's mature.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally decided we planted all this in the spring. It's just so exquisite. Because this is a beautiful gold to greenish azalea, and these are dark blue.
Doing what?
Christchurch Scottish dancer, aged 8, performed the Highland Fling under the critical gaze of her sister Rosemary, aged 11. Oh, design debate. Wow. Did you see the garden?
We did. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, really
Little
lovely.
street at the back.
Yeah.
Cars, carrots and cartels.
We're in a shopping mall beside Elspeth and have discovered this Christmas tree made entirely of poinsettias, all alive.
This is
Elspeth and Ruth having a look at the real poinsettias. Really fantastic. And of course it looks so funny to see Christmas decorations in the summertime.
Look at this Jim's slip. That must have been properly crafted.
something else.
Marvellous heads here. Queen's head, roast like Ascot.
We're just above Christchurch.
Taylor's mistake.
And we've come up to a vantage point.
Yes. From farm.
Pardon?
Beautiful flower covers quite a lot of this island. I don't know what it is, but it's lovely. This is us looking back down onto Christchurch. Houses are built all the way up the hills. It's absolutely beautiful. I just stopped to have morning coffee. Just managed to fit her bottom into the swing. Elspeth and Helen are doing the clever things with the
It's
a moisture holding things, sort of stem, ground spreading, beautiful thing.
And then there's this lovely garden just in a typical New Zealand house just above.
Lovely, isn't it?
Port for Canterbury, main port. And these are the inner harbour wharves are for the coastal ships. We used to have the inter-island ferry that would, travelling at night, that would take people right from the south of the South Island that came in by train and over to Wellington within the 24 hours.
And is this where the commemorative walk takes place that you were
Yes,
talking about?
This is the bridle path comes to the summit here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where the first settlers climbed up the hill with their families, came to the summit here and had their first view of the Canterbury Plains
Mm-hmm.
that at that stage were just covered in swamps, flax and cabbage trees. So it says a lot for the city fathers that they could envisage a city.
Mm.
And I remember when we did a trip with the president of the Historic Trust saying that the skyline of the old provincial buildings and some of the those early colonial buildings showed the artistry of the architects, that they could get such a beautiful skyline.
Mm.
When at that stage it was just the swamps around the Avon River. Stable bottom.
Yes,
And
so,
there's
so this
nothing-
lake is a volcano, it's not
This harbour
is
is a crater of a
crater of a volcano, yeah.
And you can see the slope of the hills formed right when the volcanoes erupted.
Erupted, yeah. Mm-hmm.
These are the
This.
Now
What's this?
We're looking at Horitani Valley, where the apricots and the early fruits and vegetables are grown. The frost-free ones where you get the cherries and early tomatoes and
Uh-huh.
violets for Violet Day. And we're looking down into the entrance of the traffic tunnel, is that it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And the big complex in the middle is the malting factory that makes malt, malts
beers.
the barley.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's big business, and the farmers they have to take the cream of the barley, the quality stuff, to make it. And a lot of people don't think it's a very good thing for it to be going into liquor. But a malting chemist has to be one of the most highly qualified of food chemistry graduates to do the job. Fascinating.
And this gondola going up and down the hill here is quite new, is it?
It's only been open about 6 weeks,
Oh.
and it took a lot of persuading for the city council to give permission for it to be erected.
And their families rested after their climb from the port of Littleton and gazed with awe but with courage upon the hills and plains of the Canterbury where they were to make their homes.
Going on to Arthur's Pass, babe, but we're at...
We're on the way to Arthur's Pass, but we're in the Broken River area.
But we're in the Broken River area.
And we've left Porter's Pass and Lake Linden. We've come out off the plains.
Come off the plains.
And we can smell the beautiful white clover
And we're
on
right
the roadside.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, there are little daisies as well.
We're skirting the Mount Tallest Range on our right. We've followed up Porter's Pass, and we're coming into the Craigieburn Range.
We've come past some beautiful lupins, purple and pink and yellow.
And we're into the altitude for...
Look, it's interesting the way they've got the wire instead of battens. They've got this.
Ruth has insisted I run back up the road here to photograph those lupins, which actually look very nice indeed. We just passed that bunch of them further along there. I'm not running any further though, because I suspect we'll see quite a lot as we go along the road. I don't believe it, you're exercising. You're exercising. I can't even see the car, but I'm sure it's down there.
I don't know whether we can see the ducks flying, and there are the most beautiful, beautiful lupins growing in the water. This is a very famous Waikatori, is that the right name? Bridge. Little wild roses and marguerites and dandelions and some lovely sorrely grass. The bridge we just photographed was in fact the Waimakariri Bridge. This is the most beautiful spot with these lovely, lovely blue lupins, which Grandma wonders when they'll come out. I'll have a look. All over here in the water, it's just like a carpet of blue.
I know, I'm getting green on the lens.
Well,
I'm going to have to stop.
Go.
Here we are at Shantytown, and you may be able to hear the bellbirds singing. This is a replica of an early west coast town where there was coal mining and gold panning.
Okay now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Oh, is this an iron lung?
Oh, it is a respirator.
She's operating tables. Like inside the instruments here.
Cauterizing machine.
A what?
Cauterizing machine, one thing that burns.
This is the fire station. What? Yes, what did Helen say those little white ones were called?
Manuka. Something. It's
Those little white flowers have a Maori name.
Manuka, which inhibit lactation if boiled. You don't do that.
Isn't it?
Oh, I see.
Well, you better tell them to
We're saying yeah, and I'm not too sure. What's the round one? What's the big round one behind the bill?
talking to the lady at the moment. When he comes back in.
the bell and then this big round
Yeah,
switch.
that's the steam dome.
This phenomena we've just come across. There's a railway line that runs smack through the middle of a bridge. And you have to wait, it's single track, you have to wait till they come from the other side. We've just come through it and there's a lorry coming now. We're on the west coast going south and we've come out of lots and lots of rain and jungle type forests, and now the sun's come out and we're getting glimpses of the mountains.
I think it's called bush. Rather nice with the old.
We're now quite close to the Franz Josef Glacier, which is down the road about 56 kilometres.
Oh, good.
Having photographed the mountains, I turned round and discovered Highland cattle in one and Shetland ponies in another. And this is not quite like anywhere at home, so must be New Zealand. Is this meltwater from the Franz Josef Glacier? Waiho River.
Melted
Glacier.
glacier.
Most odd colour. This is our very first and maybe our only glimpse of the Franz Josef Glacier.
Oh, there's a plane coming. Helicopter?
Yes, look at the helicopter over the
Little white line. Is it over the
You
glacier?
see?
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw it. This time I got out of the car. I'm actually standing on a picnic table. I can't
Doesn't it look filthy?
look scrubby at the bottom, but it looks quite magnificent at the top.
Yes,
If it has the sunlight on it.
yes, we just probably getting out to right. Just, you know, to think of it, could we could have
They do helicopter rides over the glacier, and of course it's receded. Oh,
Oh yes, look at it, it's quite close.
it's alright, I suppose.
May sing.
Oh, isn't it lovely?
Bellbird. I've never got as close to
That was a bellbird. It's still a bellbird.
My time, it's probably
100 years ago, we're being told the glacier was here, just where the cars parked. So it's receded quite a bit. The bird song in the background is a bellbird. And that's what we saw, I hope, 2 minutes ago.
on the cliffs.
There are waterfalls, and that's what we're listening to coming down the mountains. Absolutely beautiful. There's some there. Quite magnificent. We've come to the official view site. There's a 2-hour walk to it, but since it's 7 in the evening, we're not planning on undertaking it. The colour looks pretty grotty from here. And that's the waterfall I was trying to get from on top of a picnic table further along there. That's our gang.
Do you walk? It's quite a walk.
Round the lake, yeah, it's a pretty big lake.
How long does it take to get to the point where you can
Now, Ruth, there's no room in that car for anything else.
Do you not think there's room for that?
What is it?
Yeah, road access of New Zealand.
Oh, yes.
I'll put it
Early morning or late afternoon is the best time for the
This was our little home last night. It's the sitting room area, it's the kitchen, it's an ensuite, table, television down here, and through in the back, 2 bedrooms, all very nice. Elspeth's trying to push something else into the car and I'm quite sure it won't go. And this is right behind the motel. Should try to bring it in a little bit closer. It's been absolutely beautiful and it's a lovely day. This is Lake Matheson Motel.
Oh, isn't it?
Absolutely magnificent. We've just come along the road and behind us was this wonderful vista. We think that one of those hills,
things out of
Yes.
the boot.
probably the one with cloud, is Mount Cook.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that just beautiful? We were driving along with that behind and to the side, and then just round here another little range with snow. It's a lovely warm day. Tracked Lake Matheson. This is Lake Matheson. We've walked through the most wonderful jungle track. Rata flower.
Sounds like a mistake.
And Mount Cook is behind me. What are the hills behind Helen, behind my head? But Elspeth.
Oh, they're just they're the main divide, the Southern Alps. I can't remember. We're looking at the
Southern Alps.
Southern Alps.
So if I turn round it will be into the...
Turn around just for a minute.
Yes, no, more
We've come down this track. Absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if there'll be too much sunshine. But we've been told that that is definitely Mount Cook on the right. Without its cloud cover this time. That one there. Goodness. I think I'm going into the sun, so it might be a bit difficult, but there's another range of snow-covered mountains there. The lake is brown but very clear, so you can see the plants underneath.
Right, we're zooming in on a spider's nest. This is the time of the year when the parent spider will make a little nest out of web, and it's completely waterproof. The eggs are laid, and later on you'll see masses of tiny wee spiders in there if you were to break it with a stick. Time comes when the parent will make a little break and all the wee spiders will come out. So it's wonderful the way she makes this waterproof shelter for her little offspring.
This is the best we can do with reflections today because the lake itself is a wee bit choppy. I hope we can hear the birds.
And on the growth in the boggy part there we've got the New Zealand flax.
That's a bellbird, isn't it?
Oh, hey, a fish jumped out
Yes,
over
it
there.
did.
Probably better that we go along this way as well.
This is called the View of Views.
Has a beautiful view as well. So
I've been walking for about 40 minutes, and if I
it's people going down the hill, you know.
zoom in you'll see, I hope, I will see the people on the jetty where we saw the other view. Yeah, they're down there.
moving off Mount Cook.
And Mount Cook. And what's the other mountain, Elspeth? Mount
Tasman.
Mount Tasman. Oh. This is a young Remu, which is the native New Zealand tree. And their
Grandfather behind.
grandfather up in the middle, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
used for woodwork. Is that right, Helen?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd have to stop calling this the jungle. It's the New Zealand bush. Those beautiful ferns and fern trees.
You can hear the stream
Yeah, what's a fern tree?
babbling in the background.
No.
This is going, that we can't
This
get
is supplejack,
Yeah.
which Helen's father used to use as a whip for the stock.
Stock. Very supple, and at the base of it there's the root, which is about the size of your fist, and he would cut the roots off it and be the stick out, and he would use it as a stock stick, and if the cattle got fractures, he'd give them a dong on the nose with it.
From
But
his
it will
from his horse.
Yes, it would last for years and years. No, it's a Remu. Yes, it's a Remu.
Fern. I'd been searching everywhere for those spiders' webs.
Have you got one right?
And now
close?
there's
'Cause
loads of them.
This is still.
No.
See, that looks as if that's the fertile patch.
And this is what the spiders feed on, is it?
I think they must. They were all on there. They're moving
yes,
away
I
because
can see them a little bit.
that was a massive black when I pulled it back first.
Are there any there?
Yes, there are lots of little wee spiders in there.
Oh yeah. All right, this is the end of the walk. And at Ruth's request, I have to pan right round this field because the tips of the Southern Alps are visible almost right round us. What are those trees I'm passing?
These are white pines.
White
Probably
pines.
white pine, Kakatea. I think they could be
That's it.
Yes, that's right.
Kakatea.
No. I had it very close up.
Can you see?
You're not pressing it though.
No, I don't need to press it. I'm going back the way. We're struggling to get milk out the cool box
That's good.
because we're going to have a coffee break just right there. The New Zealand pigeon, and he's walking around. He's a huge bird, eating the whole seed head.
Eating dandelion flowers.
Is it dandelion flowers?
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
Coming closer and closer.
An enormous bird. This car going past doesn't frighten him off. We keep coming on those most unexpected sights. So we've stopped here so that we can go down and put our toes into this wonderful looking sea. Like Paringa. Beautiful. Pardon?
The wind's changed direction.
Yeah. So hot though, isn't it?
Just good.
All right, go on then. It's very windy up here. Elspeth and Helen are searching for, I think it's some orange juice or oranges to suck.
We're getting oranges.
This is going through the Hast Pass with the Hast River there in the foreground. And we've come across this wonderful snow-covered range of mountains just to our left. I think this is self-explanatory. I have in fact come out of the car and walked over the bridge so that we can look back to the view. Beautiful. Back to our mountain again, which Elspeth tells me is Mount Eureka in the Thomas range of mountains. This is Thunder Falls. Absolutely beautiful. And nobody can remember how tall it is. It's really quite spectacular.
A little bit.
Yep.
This is a place where it was pouring with rain when Anne and Ruth were here last time, and Anne sang her heart out to the Lord, how great thou art. Father Anne.
Yeah.
Nice bluey colour.
We've just passed Lake Wanaka and this is Lake Hawea. Absolutely beautiful. This is Lake Hawea again, only from the other end this time. We're a bit stiff after quite a long journey on gravel road. No, sorry, metal road it's called.
It's not,
Quite a pleasant smell, hasn't it?
yes, it's unlike anything I've ever smelt before.
I like it. Penny is beautiful.
What are those trees?
Gum trees.
Oh, gum trees.
Yes. Those colours are intense. So beautiful.
The gum tree leaves are a bit kind of pinky.
Yes, yes.
What is it, Sheila?
It's pink yarrow and honeysuckle. Delicious. Lovely. You usually get this in white. This is the inside of Mount Aspiring Motel in Wanganui. We've had table and chairs, 2 large sitting rooms, bathroom and shower. They had 2 large settees rather in this place. They're packing up the car because it's, I think it's Monday. That's the kitchen area. It is Monday, isn't it? It's you standing there. It's Monday, the 14th of December.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Midwinter.
Midwinter. And we've just been putting lots of sunblock on because we got very burned yesterday. not very burned, but it was very sore. And there were 2 large bedrooms. This is ours. I should really take those films before we slept in the beds. I made a mess of the place. Our bedroom, yes. With a built-in wardrobe, just very basic, but carpets on the floor and quite nice. Pictures, some of the scenery that we've been looking at, and beautiful trees outside. We seem to have a door at the back and the front, and they're both open right now. The car's at the back, and this is.
Where is this, Elspeth?
See this beautiful peak?
It's Mount Aspiring.
The one in front of it is Mount Avalanche, but the beautiful conical peak. Yeah.
With cabbage trees to the right.
And then just to the left there's a
It's so still.
bit of reflection this morning.
Absolutely no wind this morning.
And the little road, loop road comes down here to the water's edge. The willows.
Between the willows, it's just so pretty. Seems like I wanted you to come round.
That's as far as we're coming.
No, no.
Where do we go?
Just go. You must see the gates. We've got plenty to do. Yeah. It'll be wide, but see there's a hole. This space. This is no wonder there's a road off. You often see this view in the New Zealand book. Oh, you girls look lovely, dear. There's splashes of colour on the against the hillside.
Splashes of colour, I do know, but I can think of Robert Raymond, but I hate to post the photo, and if you have time to put them away.
Can you?
Yeah. You
Love
can
to have a look.
Yeah.
What can you see, Sheila?
You can see huts. I can't. I think I can probably see, unless it's a waterfall, the line of the ski hill. But you can see quite a few huts up there. Just to the right of it.
Oh, and look at this pretty little hawthorn.
Do you want to see up there, Elspeth?
The wild roses that give rosehip syrup.
The gang have gone into a fruit barn to get some supposed to be cherries, but I think they must be looking at homemade jams. But it's vast and full of all sorts of lovely fruit and veg. They look as if they're buying bottled peaches here. Blackberries and syrup sounded like cherries. This persuading Elspeth, we need a lot.
We've got the early cherries, Sheila. Beautiful.
They look nice.
They're lovely.
Yeah, just freshly picked, are they?
Yes, yes.
Great.
Beautiful.
What are they buying over there?
Or something special to take to Cameron and his wife, because they gave us all those little sweets and cakes.
Yeah.
This is Lake Hayes on the way to Queenstown. Really is beautiful. They're staking some fruit out down here. I don't quite know what it is. Wrong way. This is the mountain range that we've just passed. Really is beautiful, and that lovely fir tree is such a contrast. And the flowers in this garden are just beautiful, and with the background yellow of the hills. This is actually Queenstown itself. And this is the typical view of Queenstown and the lake, which is such a beautiful colour. We're just on our way down to TR now, but in case the weather changes when we return to Queenstown, just thought it would be a good idea to video this lake.
The opposite end of the lake from Queenstown, and we just stopped to have a picnic. And that's what we're looking at. Cars up there in the shade of those trees, and we're down here in this cottage. You going, Ruth? You going for a paddle? Ruth having a little sunbathe, but trying not to get burned. It's really very hot and covered by Helen with the tablecloth. 10 minutes is about as much as we can stand in this heat. We've just arrived at, what's it called, Ruth?
Tiano.
Oh yes, Lake Tiano. What's
This
this?
is Lakeside Motel.
And
It's
it's
absolutely fabulous. 5, 6, 7 star, I should think. It's all new.
and it's
beautiful
costing
fittings.
us what a night?
Well, it's £204 for the dollars for the 4 of us for 2 nights. So if you divide that by 3, it's about 68 pounds for 4 of us for 2 nights.
I know, it's wonderful. We'll show you the facilities. And of course Lakeside, because it's right beside the lake. Ruth's going inside. Oops.
There's even a little
living area.
Even a little potpourri by the television.
Oh,
Just need to sprinkle a bit at the side for Anne. Lovely smell.
oh, it's lovely.
Monstrous
And
eyes.
And Elspeth is where she always is,
in the kitchen
In the
area.
preparing food for us.
This is just the
Bathroom area.
bathroom area. The toilet's actually next
Shower
door.
down there.
And this is the hallway. Beautiful carpet. And this is one of the bedrooms. In the middle of a huge beech forest on the way to Fjordland. We've come off to see what they call Mirror Lake. And it's just down on this side. This is what we were supposed to bring all our winter woolies for, and it's a beautiful day. It is possible to see some reflection and some little ducks swimming around. And fields of lupins behind.
Isn't it wonderful?
General impression. Those mountains have been wonderful, haven't they, all the way along the road?
We're going to see the avenue of the disappearing mountains next. I don't quite know what that means. But
Oh, if they're disappearing, it's unlikely I'll be able to film them. But we've been driving
reflection in here.
just between where.
Come and stand here in this water. You can see all the snow peaks all along here.
Okay. I find it difficult to see because of the flax and through the camera, but I think those white things I'm looking at are indeed the reflections of the peaks of the mountains. Quite beautiful.
Yes, or even here.
I've been running up and down looking for the best place to find reflections. In fact, we're in such a densely tree covered area that you can't see the tops of the mountains.
The wind's just getting up to move it.
Yeah.
Not so good now as it was before, actually. Yeah, right. Oh, this is walkway.
Turn round now and show you the walkway that we're going along. It's a very nice wooden walkway covered with chicken wire, which makes it safe in among those trees because you're not so likely to slip. And where's the car? Saw it a minute ago. Up. Back to Mirror Lake. I'm using up film just now because we're almost at the end of this reel, and she's by the car somewhere.
She's not standing there.
Faffing about trying to find the opening.
What?
Faffing about trying to find the opening.
Of what?
Put the camera in so that it doesn't drop out.
Okay.
Well, this one's Lake Gunn, and we're told that there's a Lake Lochie and a Lake Fergus. So I guess Helen and Elspeth are right when they say Otago is the Scottish province in the South Island, because there are lots of Scottish names. We've passed McPherson's Creek and goodness, Eglinton Creek. Look at those hills, absolutely beautiful. And this is where we were to bring the winter woolies. It's a beautiful day, although there's a bit of a wind blowing.
To the Homer Tunnel.
A couple of miles from the entrance of the Homer Tunnel, which goes right through to Fiordland, Milford Sound. Oh, it looks absolutely magnificent. And you can see how far down the snow level is. Beginning to be glad I've got my woolly jumper on. There's little waterfalls running all down the way there. Don't know if I can zoom them in. Yes. Better go and see the reflection. Wherever Ruth is, is that her there? Yeah. It's so clear. Don't know how Ruth got out there. We're into alpine plants. Nobody seems to know the name of this one, but it's very attractive. And just up above it is
Another hebe.
a bush which is in fact a hebe.
There's one outside of here.
Oh, the hebe in full bloom. Clemesia, or to be less technical, mountain daisies, and they're growing all over the place here. But of course they are alpine plants. We're very high up. Oh goodness, can I tell it now? The wind is, I feel the wind. The entrance to the tunnel going into Milford Haven, Milford Sound, and this is just round about us. I think we're almost at the end of this film, so I'm planning to take it out and start with a new one. There's a car going to the tunnel. Oh, 2 cars going to the tunnel. They're probably going on the ferry like us. Wonderful scenery. Oh, I can feel the wind coming off those Alps.
Across the road.
I did indeed. I did indeed. I got it all.
The thing is, does Elspeth know the name of the mountain?
Ah,
Christabel's the one.
Christabel's the one. Christina. It's which one?
That one.
It's quite round.
Oh, the one with the waterfalls coming down. Well,
Could be told.
No, Thomas, right.
we leave you with Mount Christina and her waterfalls.
In trails of the mountain.
No,
Beautiful.
that's the entrance to the tower. I think that's told them that.
Now there's a place to stop.
Yes, yes. A place where you can hold your breath. There's a Kia. There are Kias.
Look.
Right here.
Put the window down, dear.
It's so cheeky. Look. Isn't that amazing?
The other tour photos are coming up too to have a look.
Yeah.
Before you finish the film, shoot them and you see the beautiful wave in your wings as they disappear.
Yeah.
No, just get out.
Will somebody undo my... Isn't that wonderful? Magnificent birds. And there's more of them. They're sitting like sentries. Eggs.
He's bossy. Oh, you funny old thing.
There's a bit of bread to come right up to me, probably.
Here.
Crack it?
Here.
Yeah.
Come on, Bea. Come on, birdie.
Look, he's ready to go to you, Ruth.
Here. Here, bird. Look, bird. Look, there's lots of biscuit here.
Look at the gorgeous colour under the wings.
Come on. I know.
I love the way they sort of walk. Funny enough,
Here.
they walk. Don't get afraid. It's nice shoes. Probably pick your
I don't know. Clean it smell.
Here.
probably pick your
Guys, look, Helen.
Oh right.
Here.
They're great. Beautiful
Look.
birds. This is a welcoming committee.
I don't know what I filmed, Ruth. I got feet and everything.
What?
I got feet and everything, I said.
Their feet.
The cheeky Kia. You see it? He knows there's food in the boot.
He threw it away, Elspeth.
I'll shut the boot. He wants to.
Good idea.
He wants to explore the boot.
You explore my camera and I'll have something to say to you, lad.